Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. So in today's video, we solve this equation. In this equation, this is the base and this is the exponent of that base. So let's solve this. Now let's say this is a, which is x squared minus 5x plus 5, and this exponent b, x squared minus 9x plus 20. That simply means this is in the form of now a, the exponent is b, is equals to 1. So simply we assume this is a and this value is b. That's why a, the exponent b, is equals to 1. Now a and b, if they are real numbers, then if the value of a is equals to 1, then this will be 1. That means, let's suppose the case 1 where a is equals to 1. So this is the first case. If a is equals to 1, that also means the value of a from here, we have x squared minus 5x plus 5 is equals to 1. And then we can say x squared minus 5x. So we subtract 1 from both sides. So this is 4 and 0. So the 1 is subtracted from both sides. Now you can factorize here. To factorize, we get the factors of 4. So 1 times 4 is 4, and you can add minus 1 and minus 4. So this is equals to minus 5. So we use factors of 4 to get minus 5. That simply means now this is x squared minus x minus 4x plus 4 is equals to 0. So these are two factors, minus 1 and minus 4, which we use here. So simply look at these two terms where x is common factor, and then from x squared, x is remainder minus 1, because this x is factorial. Now from these two terms, minus 4 is common, so 4 is factorial x, and since the minus is factorial, now because minus 4 is factorial, so this plus sign change into minus. And because 4 is factorial, the 4 divides 4, so here is just minus 1. So you can write minus 1, which is equals to 0. So from here, x minus 1, we have both sides. So x minus 1 factorial. Now here x minus 4 is equals to 0. Simply means x minus 1 is 0, or x minus 4 is 0. That gives x is equals to 1. We add 1 on both sides, and here x is equals to 4. So we have the values x, which is 1 or 4. So we have two possible values of x. Once again, let's go back to the same condition above. So this is what we assume, a and b. Now the second case, where if the value of b is 0, in case value of b is 0 and a is not equals to 0, in this case, this is always 1. Okay, we assume in the second case where the value, so let's suppose this is the case number 2, and we say, let's assume b is equals to 0 and a is not equals to 0. So if the value of b is 0, but a is not equals to 0, then if any number has exponent 0, the value is 1. So in the second case, we say b is equal to 0 and a is not equal to 0. So in this case, it simply means this equation, the value of b will be 0. It is now x squared minus 9x plus 20 is equal to 0. We assume d is 0, so the value of b is 0. Now we factorize, use the factors of 20 to get 9. So the first factor, we can say 1 times 20. We don't get 9 from here. 2 times 10, not possible. 9 is not possible. So we are looking the factors of 20 that can make minus 9, negative 9. So next factor is 4 times 5, which is 20. So to get minus 9, we say minus 4 plus minus 5. And this is equals to minus 9. Simply now we write x squared minus 4x minus 5x and plus 20 is equal to 0. That simply means we look at these two terms where x is common, x factor of x minus 4. Now from these two terms, minus 5 is common. So minus 5 factor of x. Once again, when there is negative, then this positive sign changes into negative. If this is negative, in that case, because of this negative, that sign changes. And since minus 5 is factor of, we divide 20 by 5, which is 4. So minus 4 is equal to 0. Again, x minus 4, it's a common factor of. Now x minus 5 is the remainder, 0. That simply means, same like here, we can get the value of x is either 4 or 5. Now we have two conditions in this case. The first condition, we assume b is 0, and the second condition is a is not equal to 0. Now let's put the value of x 4 and value of x 5. So in this equation, we should check if the x is 4 and 5, will this give 0 or not? Let's check that. Now, if x is 4, so a will be equals to x squared minus 5x plus 5, and the value of x is now 4 squared minus 5 times 4 plus 5. That simply means 16 minus 20 plus 5, which is equals to 1. So x minus 4, when the value of x is minus 4, then the value of a is equals to 1, which is not 0. Now if x is equals to 5, then the value of a is again, we assume a is x squared minus 5x plus 5, where now the value of x is 5. So 5 times 5. So that is simply 25 minus 25 plus 5, and the value now it comes 5. So when the value of x is 5, the value of a is 5 as well. So that also says the value of a is not equal to 0. So in this case, now we can say the value of the possible value of x are both 4 and 5. Now the third condition. So here to get a, if a is equals to minus 1 and b is any even number. So then this condition is true. Once again, if this b is any even number and the value of a is -1, so -1 square power 4, 6, 8. For any negative one, if the exponent is even, the value is always 1. So this is the third case. So let's suppose this is the case number 3. So in case number 3, if a is equals to -1, b is equals to an even integer. Now let's check. So we assume a is -1. That means we have now the first a is equals to x square minus 5x plus 5, or we can simply shift here x square minus 5x plus 5, and let's say the value of a is -1. So that simply means we can add 1 from both sides, and this becomes 6 where this is 0. So simply again we factorize here. So we get the factors of 6, easy, 2 times 3 is 6, and then -2 plus -3 is -5. This is what we are looking for here, -5. That means -2x minus 3x plus 6 is equal to 0. So again, look at these two terms. X is common, x factorial, x minus 2. So here -3 is common, -3 is factorial. So again, x minus 2, we have common, x minus 2 is factorial, and then x minus 3 is equal to 0. Simply means the value of x is either 2 or 3. Now, this is the value of x, which is 2 or 3. Now, let's check. If the value of x is 2, will b be an even number, even integer, when x is 3, if b is an even integer? So for that, we have the relation. So here we have the value of b, which is x square minus 9x plus 20. So in this relation, we check the value of x equals to 2 or 3. So when x is 2 or when x is 3, if this comes an even integer, then the value of x is 2 or 3. Let's check. Now here if the value of x is 2, let's see, b is x square minus 9x plus 20. C, the value of b is 2 square minus 9 times 2 plus 20, 4 minus 18 plus 20, so which is simply 6. That means the value of b is 6, an even integer, when the value of x is 2. So this is true condition. Now we have next, which is 3. If x is 3, then the b is now equals to x square minus 9x plus 20. Now b is 3, so 3 square, 9 times 3 plus 20. Simply means it's a 9 minus 27 plus 20. And that simply means we have the value of b is 2, which is also even integer. That means the value x equals to 3 is also true. Now we have all the values, possible values, which are from 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. So these are all possible values for this equation. So this is all the possible values of x, which is from 1 to 5 for this equation. You can check for x equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. In all these conditions, the value should be equals to 1. So if you have any confusion, please go through the videos once again. And for any further questions, you can write in comment section below. This was for today. I'll see you in next video. Thanks for watching. Till then, take care. Bye.